welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your message or massages. Mercury retrograde has got my music. Listen, it's ramping with me. But that's the only thing that can ramp with me, big cat. Remember I told you that. A big cat comes with what? Rules, regulations, and consequences. No more pitchy-patchy hairline for you, big cat. It's their turn. It's their time. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555. Come in. Come on. I've got intel. The music is squiffy, so you're going to have to bear with me, darling dears. Oh, I forgot to tell you, when I did the reading yesterday, somebody messaged me for the moon phases. Take a screenshot so you can check the moon phases. I hope you can understand my writing. You go to astroseek.com, then you click on the free horoscopes, then you click on the moon phase calendar, and then you select the date you want to plan your whatever it is you're planning. Or if you want to see how things lined up in your life, look at the moon phase. That was what kicking off as certain things were going down, Bobby Brown. What's going on with this music? It's really got me on it. What's going on? Let's try it again. All right. Yes, big cat. Before we dive in, let's kick off with the planetary energies, darling dears. We have a full moon in Pisces. Yes, baby, Pisces. The 12th house, ruled by Neptune. That comes with what? Disillusionment, as well as dreams, as well as spirituality. It's also the house of hidden enemies, darling dear. It's also the house of what? Higher knowledge, darling dear, from the Most High, bleeding into your cranium, darling dear, as you what? Kick your way into whatever you want, big cat. Whatever you want. Yeah. The moon is being skullduggerous and linking up with a number of planets today. The first formulation will be an aspect to Pluto. Thoughts and emotions that you thunk or thought you'd push to the back of your cranium will be bleeding in your mind today, darling dears. But don't stay there too long, baby. Don't stay there too long. Common sense, your flip-flop must prevail. Responsibilities could get in the way of you processing said emotions that are coming from the darkness in your cranium, darling dear. It's not your energy. Someone is trying to put it on you. You better what? Shimmy it back, darling dear. Just shimmy it back. Pace yourself and focus on your breathing. If you're beginning to feel overwhelmed, me personally, you don't want to see me overwhelmed. I turn into what? A ballerina ninja. Don't tell anyone. They all think I'm harmless. More fool them, darling dear. I listen to that song. I will survive many a time. By Gloria Gaynor. If you're wondering, posh clap. Unfortunately, right, the skullduggerous moon, right, is also going to be linking up with what? Neptune, darling dear. To make reality, I nearly said reality shit. Listen, somebody's going through reality shit. That's a business, blood. It's a business. The moon and Neptune together could make reality seem harsh. Ground yourself often to reconnect with the grace and the softness and the mercy of the Most High. Luckily, this energy will not last into the evening. You'll be free to what? Bend the matrix, darling dear, with your bad-ass alchemist ways. Remember I told you that? The moon, right? Then goes on to what? Connect with the North Node in Taurus, blood. Yeah, all of this and that. Giving your mind a chance to reorganize and find clarity, darling dear. Your common sense, your flip-flop. The same one they wanted to slip you off until you paid your knees. Any harsh lessons you encountered throughout today, darling dear, or may encounter throughout today will be resolved, right? You will be getting what? Logical solutions, darling dear. Logic. A help. Listen, the moon decides to be helpful now and connects with what? Uranus. Not Uranus, Uranus. Nobody wants illumination around Uranus. Listen, it's a pun, darling dear. I didn't mean it. Okay, anyhow. This helpful connection will reunite you with what? And reignite your motivation, darling dear. And drive. Yes, baby. It will what? Give you what? The passion and the motivation in your cranium, darling dear. To what? Plan in silence, darling dear. As you what? Shimmy that energy back. Push, clap. Let's dive in as we call in the energies of wisdom, guidance and protection from Father God, Mother Isis, ancestors, angels, way showers and spiritual guides. From Keitha to Malkuth. Namaste. Energies. Up, big cat. Up. We're going to be doing what? A chakra read today, darling dear, to see what's going on. Because I don't like what squiffiness. Why? My eyes get slitty. And after my eyes get slitty, they are put on a post-it note. I told you I only go for what? The highlights of what they done did. Who's here? Karen Bellet, Wagwan Karen, Big Cat Wave. Carol Mustika, Divine Feminine Claire. Glad you could pop in, darling dear, on your busy co-creating day. Who else is here before we kick off? London G Wagwan Maji, fist bump. What's happening for you, London? Are you what? Making the tower come down on their head, their front, their back and their side? I hope you are. Give it to them, sock it to them. Right, as I was saying, darling dear. Oh, we've also got Florida time. Wagwan, posh clap. We've got Laura Lusk. Hello, Laura. Hi. Glad you could pop in, Laura. I like that. Laura, I feel like I need to sit down and speak with you a while, Laura. I'm just fooling with you. I'm feeling bouncy, darling dear. Bouncy. Not just because I'm on my core ball, but because Divine gave me another day, right, to kick my way out of my duvet, darling dear. Kiss my progeny, hello, and then tell them to clean up their room, blood, right, because I'm not having it. I will have the food under what? Strict restrictions. I won't do any food shopping today, and they won't have the strength to do what they're supposed to do. But then again, I digress. They called you a bitch. They did. They put their back into it, darling dear. They bent over. Even had what? Scallow at their mouth corner as they addressed you in such a term, darling dear. But your ancestors did what? They dog walked them. They now have to call you Mr. or Miss Bitch. Yeah. Them affy. This is why you must be what? Be careful of what you hear about someone, darling dear. Because you may be hearing what? The issue from the person that caused the problem in someone else's life. Remember I told you that. They come through as what? Shape-shifted and mean, darling dear. They ain't what? Perpetrating who they really are. The mask-wearing marauders. What they don't understand is when a big cat is loyal, they take things really hard when they're effed over, right? And been put in what? The bottom bunk of the double wide coffin to look at someone else's crack who's giving it to them without the Vaseline, darling dear. Yes, baby. So when they calmly, right, want to creep back into your life, you better make sure that you've got rules, regulations, and consequences. You weren't on the same page, blood. You was on a page of abundance, right, and togetherness. You was thinking what? Little House on the Prairie, when it was really what? Freddy Krueger's basement, the mud hut at 911. Freddy Krueger Avenue, 2 streets over from the loser lane in the district of the damned. Yeah. You realize that some people are what? M&Ms, mysteries, mistakes, and a full-on trippy talker, mate. A trippy talker. Big cat, we listen with our eyes now. We listen with our eyes. My eyes don't fool me. If my eyes see if my eyes see an alien being, darling, I'm going to believe my eye chakras. Right. Let's press on. I'm sweating. I've gone straight past the perspiration into a full-on sweat. I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy you're here today. Melissa Morale, Wagwan, Melissa, hello, what's going on? Big Cat Wave. Are you happy? Did you sleep well, darling dears? I hope you did, because we must sock it to them. We must. Why? That's how big cats do it. First you was afraid and was petrified. You thought you couldn't live without them when they was killing out your quartier. Killing out your quartier. They took the laughter out of the day. They are what? The bringers of darkness. The thief of joy. Well, guess what? That person or personages are under manners as they were dog walked by your ancestral team. Had to put my back into it, darling dears. Remember I told you that? Right. Let me firmly plant myself on my core ball, because you got to keep it tight and right. Did you have your CMOS this morning, darling dears? Did you do your squats? Did you hold a chair pose? What did you do? Work on your temple every day, darling dears. Every little step you make will take you to your greatness, darling dear. You ain't the cat you was yesterday, and you won't be the same cat tomorrow. No, babe. You're always on the move, looking good while you're doing it, darling dear. Fist bump. Let them watch and their eyes will bleed. They miss everything about you, darling dears. Your mild-mannered ways, your humor, your Queen of Swords mind where you could solve any issue, your truthfulness, because they can't bend you, darling dear. You don't bend and you don't bow and you sure as she's naive. Don't take the knee to someone that's been dog-walked. Are you mad? Are you mad? Now it's got me on my 31 teeth and I told you about that, big cat. I told you, I didn't like sucking them. Didn't wear out my teeth on those bottoms. Listen, don't let the Tourette's come out in me. There's no one to check me bow. None. Right, let's see what we're going to go with the here it is, the life lessons. See what your ancestors want you to know. Base of the deck, darling dear, that you are always supported. You can call them at any time to bring the caduceus in. What's that? Balance, darling dear. Balance. Remember I told you that. What else does your ancestors want you? This thing is yow. I love this thing on my desk, but good God. It makes me a bit nervous. And when I get nervous, I swing, I tear things up, and I'll throw it away. Oh, this is what they want you to know. Your strength, darling dear. Your strength is right up there next to your greatness. Remember I told you that. You are head and shoulders above whom wanted you to be on the bottom bunk, darling dear. And they're trying to what? Get back at you, one way or the other. But you have to remember, you are a cunning cat. You are also what? An elephant cat. Just like that elephant in India. You remember things, but you don't remember them, right, to live on it. But I told you. Today, as the moon links up with what? Pluto, is going to bring up memories for you, darling dears. Don't stay there too long, yeah? Don't stay in the mire of what was, of yesteryear. It's for you to what? Remember what you overcame and to keep it pushing, Scotty. They know you're strong. It says here, everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. You're a courageous cat. Can't you see the bird of your ancestral team flying high? You know how to what? Be an eagle, darling dear. As you have to what? Drop down and get your eagle on. Flying above storms, getting a higher perspective. You know who the usual suspects are. And now, you are what? Kaiser Soze. You're not killing anybody because we ain't got time for prison blood. We've got to be free so we can sock it to them, right? You're doing a proverbial Kaiser Soze. People hear about you. They hear fabled tales of the past, but no one can see you. And when they do see you, you don't match up with what they done said, darling dear. The perpetrator of what? The fucking and the what? Carrier of the gingivitis. Base of the dead. Speak your truth, Rolf. You stand up and you defend yourself in a kind of 7 of 1's way, being protected by your ancestral team. Some of you are going to be doing public speaking, darling dear, or what? Telling your tale, darling dear, which will motivate others. Whatever it is, darling dear. You may even be what? Having to speak up for yourself in a work situation. You come with evidences, darling dear. I told you, we walk with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, you remember everything, and you have a file. This is what I like to do. If something is really bothering me, darling, as I told you, I put it on a post-it note. Sorry, just get my crystals out. Yes, baby. Big cat, guess what? Under the full moon is the best time for you to recharge your crystals, and the highest energy for the full moon is 3 days, darling dear. So you've got the 3 days to what? Galvanize and re-energize your crystals, wash off all of that bad doo-doo that it's picked up, right? And make it fresh again. Just like you wash yourself on a daily basis, you wash your crystals under the full moon. Fist bump. So when some people go into their pockets and their handbags, they've got loose change and dirt. You know what's at the bottom of my bag? Crystals. You know what's inside my purse? Crystals. And you know what's in my heart? God. Yes, this and that. Just clapping it up because I like the posh clap. What other message do they want you to know? We're going to lead with the soul cards. Base of the deck, freedom, which can't be bought or bartered. This is what their issue is, darling dear, that you are free. Free as the wind blows. To what? Bend the matrix. They was waiting for you to trip and fall. Trippy talker. Silly trippy talker. Your ancestors dog walked them, darling dear. Dog walk them. They are being blessed with like-minded souls, people that are just like they, them, and Trust me. You may not see it in your sight, darling dear, but it a gone for sure. What did I say? They cried into their fist. Luke 62:22. They're crying blood. And what? It's around the sacral chakra. So they've been what? Doing what? The Watusi with bottom feeders. Picking up what? Soul ties are plenty, darling dear. They are crack on crazy and barking at the moon. Looking for a way out. Yeah, well, it's a tight fit that they asked for. They begged for it, darling dear. Now they've got it. Your ancestors are paying full attention to them. This is why you must mind. Don't worry about what they've got going on. Anything you see, if you are still watching them on any social media, darling dear, you deserve what you see, right? Because it's a full-on show, mate. It's a pantomime. Never be jealous of whom you discarded, darling dear. If they're laughing in a picture with someone, it's Guantanamo Bay in the background. Don't you remember how you used to put up all of your best pictures? Baby! I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. I'm not making it up. They lost you, darling. There's nothing like gambling and losing a big cat. Base of the deck. Oh, I wanted to show you that one, but this one came out. Love and change, darling dear. Loving change. Loving thyself, darling dear. And you've got the what? The blue. The blue is for your throat chakra, darling dear. You speak your truth. And it's all wrapped around the sacral chakra. And the lovely, lovely glow of what? The third eye. A bitchin' shirt third eye that's been buffed up to a shine. We're going to go with the change. They would like to change that grief and go to happiness. But listen, that's not your business. It's not your business. They must leave you alone. You need to leave Bobby alone. Bobby's going through his issues. And collecting soul ties along the way, blood. Fist bumpity bump. Let's get a deck and see what's going on, darling, because I'm feeling so bouncy today. And not just because of the ball. Listen. Right. Let's get a deck and see what's going on. I'm going to use my original Rider-Waite deck. Basically, this is what's going on, mate. Sputnik hasn't forgotten you, darling dear. They haven't forgotten about you, and they are watching. They're watching you be a studious, darling dear, loving life, and they can't understand it. They are big mad, right? And look, their common sense is flying away. That's their business, blood. That's their business. It's their business. Page of Swords. Remember, they are a page, and you are a big cat. Let's give it a good shufti. What came up? What did I say? The King of Wands with the unsatisfied eyes. Still holding on to that tired futum. Look at that. You need a blue light to see all of the bumps and nooks on that futum. If it's a man. If it's a panani, it's the black hole of Calcutta. This person is looking back into the past. At what? They're missing your touch, darling dear. They're missing your seat of emperors and empresses, eh? Really? Stay with the third party, yeah? Stay where you are. Don't come for me, because the ancestors will dog walk you again. Look, because you're strong and happy. You found your 10th cup. You understood the assignment, Big Cat, that happiness is an inside job. Remember I told you that. And the strength card means that what? You can't be tempted off your flip-flop, not by a bottom feeder from yesteryear. Period. You're right, Milicia. Period. And in UK we call it a full stop. Yeah. Leave them with the third party, yeah? Yes, they're not loving it. Let's go run through the root chakra. Well, it's the root chakras first. Meant to come out. Freudian slip and all that. What's at your foundation? What's at your foundation? No longer giving to those that was breadcrumbing you in the past, darling dears. Those that had you in flight, fight or freeze mode. You're not having it, blood. Certain things weren't adding up, right? Because when they was adding up things, you was losing a hairline. You had a reverse friar tuck, blood. Pitchy patchy. You nearly had what? The whole of your hairline escaped to your crown. Base of the deck. Until you decided healing was what? Your foundation, darling dear. Healing. And it also speaks about what? At your foundation. This is your stability, darling dear. Your work ethic. Your manifestations, darling dear. Some of you are about to see a miracle in your manifestations today, darling dears. Let's hurry. Because I've got to leave soon. I've got to go and take the progeny to kickboxing. What's at the sacral chakra? Your creativities, your passions. Yeah. Skeet, darling dear. You ain't coming back to give them nothing. Especially a look at your naked body. I don't think so, darling dear. The only way they're allowed to see your naked body is on a mortuary slab. And they are a necrophiliac. You weirdo. Why are you in there? You moved on. You took your passions. And moved on to what? The bag, darling dear. Generational wealth. New studies, darling dear. Loyalty. Finding your soul tribe. Having broken generational curses. You are the first of your lineage to what? Breathe the air of what? Infinite possibilities. Pinkies up. Love it. I don't hate it. What's that? Your will, your energy, your drive, your solar plexus. Yeah. Somebody's feeling heartbroken, darling dear, because you're strong in your passion. What's this? Someone who refused to change. I'll tell you, my cards and everything that happens during the reading is a sign. Somebody who refused to change. Well, that's their business. They must stay where they are with all of them bodies on them. Heartbroken about what? Feeling betrayed? Because you've progressed, darling dear. You stand up within whatever you've co-created in the name of Father God, Mother Isis. You've got the badass alchemist ways. This is about moving forward. It could be you traveling, you've got travel plans, a new business. But this is also when you see something over the third eye, darling dear, your spiritual guidance. They don't like the fact that you wrapped yourself around your what? Your instinct, your intuitions, and your discernment. And this is fast movement, darling dear. They've seen you get over heartbreak. They think it was fast. They didn't see you crying into your fist. They didn't see you when you couldn't even wash your own panani or futum for days. Right? Yes. They didn't see that. They only see this. The progress you've made, they don't like it. That's their business, blood. Where's my tiny cards? They don't like your progress, eh? What did I say? The devil's strongest worker. They had you in third-party situations. They, them and who gossiped about you, darling dear. They thought you was crying. Well, you was, but it was in private. And then you did what? You washed your face like David, looked in the mirror, gave yourself a good beating in the face until blood and spittle flied, right? And they, them and would love to make amends. They want to make amends because you've progressed, darling dear. Remember, if you were still at what? In the darkness, not knowing what's going on, and still in the same place where they left you or you left them, baby, they'll be back, right? They'll be back? Never. They wouldn't come back. It's because you're doing so well. They'd never come back. Right? Gossiping about you, talking about your progress. Some of you got a new chariot. Look, disingenuous, darling dear. There was never any loyalty to you. Remember I told you that? Queen of Cups on its face. This is somebody who is what? Emotionally draining. An emotional manipulator. Whether male or female. Base of the deck, darling dear. And guess where they are? Outside the perimeter. And they better stay out of what? Where's my shiznai? They better stay out of Nain's way. Because you got the jazz hands. This and that. Baby, they feel left out. And guess what? When we see the 5 of Peas, what it speak of? Regret and not remorse. They will be a Trojan horse full of Falconese blood. And if you think the abuse and everything of what they did, the lies, the stealing, the cheating, because this also speaks about a financial loss, darling. Look at this. They feel left out of the happiness, the raised vibration, and all of the infinite possibilities. You're not allowing the what? The past to block your blessings, darling dear. Skeet, skeet. Hey, I love it. I love it. And look, I can't make it up. It's because of what you've able to what? Manifest for yourself, darling dear. The 10 of Peas, 2 different decks. And look, the 10 of Peas came out to match in the same way. Because that went on there, and then this came out, then that came out. You have to understand how much you've progressed, darling dear. You are not the same cat. You can't be tricked. You can't. This is the problem. They may even left you in debt, darling dear, but you turned it around. And yet, it's still being turned around. Keep the skeet on, yeah? Keep it moving, darling dear. What's at the heart chakra? Your heart, darling dear. Your love. What's at your heart chakra? Somebody's about to offer you something, darling dear. This is a King of Pentacles. What about this King of Pentacles? Whether it's male or female, what about it? This King of Pentacles is moving from a situation where they were disloyal. They was dealing with a page. Yeah. Good golly and gosh. Let's get the tiny cards, yeah? Because we want to know if it's a mass marauder. This person comes with opportunities as gifts as well as helping hands. What's this? And they're not a dick dealer. King of Wands on its face, darling dear. This person is loyal. Did I hear semen retention? Listen, if they've been retaining their semen, you better what? Make sure that you strengthen your back muscles, right? Because you're going to need it, blood. This person is coming to offer you everything. They know what heartbreak feel like, darling dears. And betrayal. This is somebody who's been through something, darling dear. Somebody who's what? Mature. The king is someone who's mature over the age of 35. Somebody who's been through a thing or two, right? And they come with the bag. They're secured. Look at this. This king has got all of these skrillers around them. But they are not disloyal, darling dear. They are moving away from disloyal. Because you see, always pay attention to where the character is looking. This person is looking into the past. And they're not a dick dealer. They know what heartbreak is. This is somebody that is coming to protect your mental health, darling dears. Yeah. I'm here in October. October is a big month for someone, some of us cats. If it is a love situation that you desire, but you're not seeking. We as big cat, we don't look for love, we look for the Skriller.com. That love will come. That's how it works out with this. Universe can be squiffy. When you look for love, you get the money. When you look for money, you get the love. That's how it goes. What's at your third eye chakra? The dick-dealing mattress back, the one that loves to charm people out of their pantaloons, darling dear. This person likes one-night stands. Somebody wants one night in your seat of emperors and empresses. You better listen. I've already told you about that. You better guard your ovaries and your scrotum, darling dear. Get your flip-flops on. It's Trippy Talker, right? Coming to bring you to a knife's edge. This is what? Worry, stress, arguments, fighting. And they will be what? Blame, shifting, and mean. And it's right on your third eye. You better buff that bitch up until it's in discernment. Somebody's coming to offer you a Fugazi cup. Let's see. Look how it fell out. It's because you're sound, darling dear. You've been making right choices. You're bending the matrix. Higher education, studies, a new home, a new job, a business, whatever it is. They want what you've got, darling dear. Not you, the person, what you represent. Remember I told you that. Leave Trippy Talker where he is. Right, let's move this over. Because I'm running out of... If I was ever to pan the camera around, you'll see how big this desk is. But I always seem to run out of space. Who could it be? Who are them a pre? Listen, you calling me on a private number? I will respect your privacy. Interrupting my music. Took all my notes off the screen. What's going on, them wicked? Right? Phoning me on a private number. Right? Somebody has stalked me. They're stalking me on a private number. They will remain a stalker, darling dears. They better not come close, because I'm a swinger. Not a literal swinger, I mean with a bat. No, babe, swinging life is not for me. Sometimes people like to get involved with you and bring you into a swinger's life that you didn't sign up for. Thruples, quadruples, all of this and that, big cat. Your ancestors are dog walking them. Look at all of these accolades. This person from the past would like to return because of what you got, your stability, darling dear. And the fact that you're not crack on crazy. They tried it, but it didn't work. What's that? Reina Bolaza? Is it Reina Bolaza? I have 4 children, but now they look at me. Yeah, you're sexy and you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're fabulous, gorgeous and lovely, darling dear. And you're untouched by wickedness. Why? You took the time and you listened to Gloria Gaynor. At first I was afraid, I was petrified. And now they're back from outer space. Hey, you better what? Tell them 2 of these and 1 of those. Don't allow them back in, big cat. I told you, send it back. This person wants to come and chop it up with you, darling dears. They want to come and talk to you, darling dears, but anything they tell you will be lies. Swords on its face, darling dear. It will be lies and it will come with consequences. It's what you have, darling dear. What you have. What they said you didn't have. Your ancestors really gave them a good dog walking, darling dear. They're scared of everything, but not lying. They're not scared of lying. Let's get to this 3rd eye. You better put it on that King of Wands. It came out reverse, right? But now it's in the upright. This person is looking into the past. They want to see if you can still be pulled about like taffy. The King of Wands is somebody who's charming, but they like to charm everyone, right? And it's really a page. A bitter, spiteful page. You know how I feel about a page. If it's not your progeny. And they're under manners. What did I say? My mother always said, time is longer than a piece of rope. Well, guess what? This bird got uppity ideas and flew too fast past their nest. And consequences as well as justice is on them. This is karma. A season of resolution for you, big cat. Freedom. We already saw that. And it's a painful ending for them. They're coming up on consequences, right? And they're trying to maintain. They're trying to maintain a house. Listen, if they're living somewhere, darling dear, they're not living in someone else's house. They're amongst many. A tenement yard. That's what we call it in Jamaica. A tenement yard. Base of the deck. Told you. They want to avoid some kind of major catastrophe that's going down Bobby Brown in their hemisphere. And they think that you will be the what, Captain? Save a harlot. You're not in for no homosexuals this season, are you, big cat? Are you, big cat? Trying to avoid it, and they didn't want it to end. And if you allow them in, darling dear, this is the page again. You may even have 2 progenies with this person, right? They're coming to lie to you, and they may even possibly be on the down low. You can be whatever sexuality you want, but you must be truthful. You must. If they want Fatum, go amongst the Fatum. If they want Panani, go amongst Panani. But don't mix it up with us heterosexual types, darling dears. This is problems. This is why they act like they hate people, because they want to be with their own same sex. That's their business. I cast no aspersion on anyone doing what they want to do, but not around you, Big Cat. They didn't want the situation to end, and they're going through what? Guantanamo Bay. After them business. They deserve it. They deserve it. Look, this bitter spine page. 3 pages. Good golly and gosh. It speaks about manipulation.com, darling dear. It also speaks about what? Fakeazoid friends. Fake friends from the past will be coming back to bleed their way into your existence. Put your third eye and discernment on them, darling dears. Put it on them. They can't come back. Where were they when you couldn't even wash your own punani off for because you was going through it, mate? Where were they when you was dressing like Quasimodo's bestie? Other than what? Telling all of your intimate secrets to whom didn't deserve to know a thing about you. What's that? What did Slim Jim say? Oh my God, Slim Jim said, go eat ass. Bumpity bumpity bump. Slim Jim, you funny blood. Yeah. Yeah, let them find you as the Queen of Swords in reverse. Highly intelligent and not having it blood. This is someone who is what? Surgical with the words. And the Queen of Swords has the memory of an elephant. In the reverse, they're going to say you're bitter. You ain't bitter. You are what? Big Cat. And you're not having it. What's at your crown chakra? We already saw the justice. What's at the crown chakra? What does divine want you to know? That you got the badass alchemist ways. As above, so below. As you what? Conceive, believe, and you shall achieve. You can create whatever you want. This is also speed. Something is coming in with a swiftness. We see all of these pentacles all up in this read, darling dear. Something major is coming through for you. Every one of our paradigms are different because we have what? Different accolades and achievements. But something major is coming towards you. Believe it, darling dear. Divine wants you to what? Believe in the unseen. Remember, I told you that. Believe in the unseen.
No.
Huh?
We're gonna have to leave soon.
What time is it?
It's 42, 43 minutes.
Oh gosh, we've got to go, darling dears. I've got to wrap it up. She's got to get to the what? Uppercut, knee. Yeah, I love that she's naive. Anyway, I'm going to come back with another read, darling dear. But manage all of this in your mind. Let me give you one more card before I go. I told you I've got to go. Blind faith, darling dears. Blind faith. Trust the unseen. But remember, faith without works is dodo dead. James 2:14. You got to put your back into it and anything you put in your hands, darling dears. Because divine gifted you with all of the tools. Keep that blind faith. Continue to move in silence. Let me get one more card and then I've really got to go. You don't want to be late, right? Plans within plans, blood. Move in silence, big cat. And continue to sock it to them. And what? Don't take back no chat from a dummy bat who's going through it because they didn't realize they had the biggest cat of them all. On that note, I drops me mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, toddle over to my Patreon, or simply come back here. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Cat, cat. Cat, cat. Big cat wave. Yes. Rock with me, big cat. Because you're not take a dummy back. Don't take back that faithless friend. Leave those family members that are distant, dusty relatives where they are. Someone's got to watch better them than you. Remember what they did. Don't you forget, big cat, but don't live in that wickedness. Just keep it moving. You've got the plans within plans. Cat, cat. Hey! Rock with me, big cat, as we enjoy what God has for us.